Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rory and this is Coffee and Crafts. And today I thought I would just do a little flip through of this little spring journal that I made. And I went ahead and I finished it off camera because it's been super busy around here. And I haven't been able to do much else but just come in here a little time, a little bit of a time and finish this up. So this is the closure that I made, and if you can see, it was that button that I had originally just glued on there, and then I had put an eyelet back here. I fed this through, so there was a loop here, and the ends were here, so I just tied it in a bow in the back. So you can untie this and loosen it depending on how much is inside. And we just take this off the buttons. And this is how I went ahead and added the lace at the top and the bottom. And here's the inside button that holds the other button to the front. And you see I added lace on the pages, and we added tags to all of the pockets. Nice big flip out, and then there's a belly band, but it's a double belly band, if that makes sense. What I did is I just glued it at the top and the bottom and then through the center. So it made like two pocket belly band, if that makes sense. These are the cute little tags I put inside. That's just another way of doing a belly band in case you get bored of the, every day. There's a little flip tuck. It's got lots of pockets in it. The front has the bookmark. Excuse me. I got this pocket here. More lace. Cute little pocket I made here on this little flap. Lots and lots of places to add pictures and tickets and write. This is just a little piece of, I think it must have been like a pillowcase or something, but it's a nice little piece of cotton. And so I just glued it down as a pocket and popped these two little things into it. And then this flips open. And I have some tags in here. Get your hiney in there. There's a tag back there too. And this is a belly band that goes this way. I just tucked a little, some of our ephemera behind it. This paper here is from my French birds kit. It's on Etsy. It's got lots of birds and lots of French writing and all that. Another tag in this pocket here. And I put this little pocket here, made these cute little tags to go in it. This one back here. So I've got 3 in one. Get in there. There we go. Another pocket here. Some more tags. I put a belly band on this back page, and under it I just made this little flip. Has some nice, like, matching material with a butterfly on it. It just slides under there. And that's the end of that. So, here is the hoop, and it just goes down around it like that. Like so. And there's the back. So I hope you like that. I hope it was really fun to make. I really had, a good time just kind of experimenting with things on it and seeing how it was going to turn out. And it turned out really pretty. And if you would like to buy this, I will be putting it up on my Etsy. And yeah, I'll put a link to my Etsy store down below. But until then, I've got to make this. I've got to finish this up. And this is the, I just kind of slapped it together, but didn't really slap together. I picked the pages, all these pages out from books and things that my friend Tabitha sent me in a swap. I swear that box is coming, honey. It's just, it's been crazy around here. But I picked out all these pages because I liked the way they looked and how they just kind of arranged. And Braille, it's so cool. Love it. And so this bag was a Walgreens bag. And let's see, where's the other side? I need to cover that because there's little tears. So we're going to cover it so it's actually a viable pocket. As you can see, that's not going to work. So we need to cover that. And let's see. And then I want to start making some ephemera for it. And some pockets and tucks and tags. And then definitely do something with the front cover. And that'll be a cool little journal. And again, this is that fabric paper. This is another sheet of fabric paper I made, and I thought I'd use it to make this. I think it came out so pretty. So I need to finish the cover. We need to make stuff for the insides, and complete that. So I thought, I'll set that aside until further notice, because right now what I want to do is I want to make some like clusters, because I don't have any clusters right now. So I've got some glue here to the side of me, and I picked out just a piece of coffee stained paper, and we've got some Braille and some leftovers from our spring journal. But I also have this of like leftover pieces of material, and I have this that sits next to me. And these are just little pieces of, see this? It's like almost a completed cluster. So we could like start with that. And let's see. There's just all sorts of goodies in here that we can pull from and make some cool stuff. And here's some, I can use that for sure. I think some of this is just cardboard, so we'll put that aside. Let's see. Yeah, we got all sorts of goodies in here. So let's make some clusters. Yay! So I'm gonna put this to the side too, just for right now. I do like this green. So this one is just, like I said, it's almost done. It just needs a focal point. Grab some butterflies or something. And I have all my butterflies in a tray here. I still gotta cut some of them out. Use that. And we have, what the heck is that? Oh. And we have some labels. So we can do something like that. Be nice finishing off. Or should we use a red? No, the green works. So I did buy some new tacky glue too, which is really great. here. I like how this says $18.99 on it. That's old. These come from, put those out. I can't remember now. Isn't that terrible? Okay. Just darken up this edge. It was a little white. Didn't quite get all the white off. And add the butterfly. And this one should be done. Alrighty, and there's one done cluster. Let's take a piece of braille, because it's nice and sturdy. And this, I coffee dyed this one, so it had a little bit of a different colored background. Put you over there. Tear off the edge. It looks cool both ways too, and it's bumpy on both sides. I know nothing about braille, but it's very cool. This is pretty much what I do. I just kind of find pieces that I like and start stacking them. I think that would cover up too much. I want to cover up all the braille. And let's see. What do we want? What do we want? Add a little piece of purple fabric. And let's see. We can pick out. Some of these are too big. That. And let's see. Oops. That'll look cool. Okay, let's start. Gluing things down. But yeah, I just wanted some things to put onto pockets or you know, things like that. So I just didn't have any. And you know, it's easy enough to make these if you've got little scraps of stuff. It really is. Because it's just stacking, layering, picking things of similar color. Even if you're going for like a neutral, you can still find places to put color. And it's literally just layering things up. But there is a trick to making them look aesthetically pleasing. And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, how do you do that? Mine look like garbage. Well, it's symmetry. If you've got something that's heavy on one side, balance it out. And if you want it to be this. But you see how it's not, it's kind of balanced. You've got this here, this here, this sticking out here, this sticking out here, this and this. So it's balanced, and it's all just sitting on a piece of Braille paper. That's it. So balancing things is kind of key to how these will look good once you have them in your journal. Because you could put that, because it's balanced, any way you want. On an edge, at the bottom, in a corner. It doesn't matter because it's balanced. Let's see. Let's start with something like that. And that is all there is to it. And just kind of play with it until it feels right, like it looks good to your eye. So let things hang over the edge if you want to. Doesn't have to be just so. It can be, you can let things, which is cool about any kind of cluster or snippet roll or collage, because that's basically what this is just collaging. How about some music paper? You could put everything at one end that you're collaging. Come on, get over there. Wants to be a pain. There we go. Put everything at one end. Like that. And you could add just the butterfly like that, and you still have your roses here and your cluster there, and just a little tag of some sort. You don't want it to be too big, but this would work. Like that. So it's just layering, but you see how we have it where it's mostly on this end and it gets higher as you go to the left. So that's a balance in itself. You don't have to have it all spread out. It can be balanced to one end or balanced to the other. It doesn't really matter. Well, I kind of like that side better. Let's use that side. We're just going to keep layering it with our parts we picked out because the colors look good together. Let's see, we're just letting that hang off. Letting that hang off. And then we're going to put this down. And then the butterfly. Just like this. So now you've got a cluster. You can put that at the bottom of a pocket or however you'd like it to look. So that's 3 we've made. We're just scooting right along. See, these actually make good tags. But these we could use. We'll put that aside for right now. Oh, I can show you how to do a tag as well. Because these just need to be backed on something, but we can do the front side. So, I'm going to take a piece of music paper. Yeah. And some book page. Let's take a piece of this. Background if we want to. Let's flip it around. And let's see what else we got in here. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's tear that off. Let's put it in front. And that's too big, that's too small. That's still too small. Oh, we can use that. Like that. That'll work. Okay. So, let's disassemble it. And if you have something like this, that you're like, well, it looks great as a snippet, but I want to use it as a tag, that's not a problem. You can use it as a tag. It's not hard to just convert it. You can convert tags to clusters and convert them, like if you have something you say, well, I meant it to be a belly band, but I think it would be a better tag. Well, then just convert it to that. Nobody said that you have to keep it as what you started out with. Especially if you find a place in your journal that you're like, oh, that would be perfect there, but I made it as a blah blah blah. Well, it doesn't matter. Just change it. Whether you gotta snip some of it off, cut it in half, cut the corners so it's more tag shape, whatever. It's your creation. You do with it what you want. And nobody's gonna tell you that you're wrong. And don't feel like, it's like, well, I've never seen anybody do that before. Well, maybe you'd be the first. And that would be very cool. And you end up with half of the community doing the same thing. Alrighty. Now, which would you use this as? Would you use it as a tag? Or would you use this as a snippet? Or maybe a small belly band? Well, you know, what would you use it for? I think a tag would be cool. So I would take and I would just back it, and you have an Insta tag. And you can always take your scissors, trim your sides, so they're nice and straight. There we go. Punch your hole up here after you've got it backed and you've got a nice tag. So that's something else we've made. So here we go. We've got some clusters. That was an easy one because that was already put together. But I do have more of that. And it is basically this paper that I made. It's packaging with tissue paper over it. I was trying to make faux leather and it didn't quite turn out, but it looks really cool. So I was like, I'm not wasting it. So I've just been cutting it up into interesting shapes and making clusters and stuff out of it. If you want these edges torn, you just tear the edges. So you end up with a nice odd shape. And you make another cluster. So let me see what I can't do with that. This edge off so it's not so straight. I think that's one of the big things too about clusters is like you can, when you tear the edges of them, it just looks more like a cluster. Like somebody just kind of grabbed a bunch of little pieces and glued them together. Nope, wrong color. That'd be kind of cool looking. That'd be for a really cool, kind of grungy looking journal. I think it'd be neat. And you can use any kind of glue you want on these also. You don't have to stick with a tacky glue, or I don't know if I would put them together with a glue stick, because unless you're going to sew through them, which by the way I finally figured out how to fix my sewing machine. Yay! But you can use any kind of glue that you want, honestly. So there's a bunch of clusters we can use. That's awesome. And anything that you have is like little pieces like this. I don't keep these simply because they're a little small for me to manage with my fingers, so I don't keep them. I toss this kind of stuff out. But anything larger than that, I would keep. But other than that, get rid of some of this little stuff. Okay. So these little scraps we can save for another time. God knows I've got enough scraps to make a ton of these little snippets and all sorts of stuff like this. So there they are. Just a few clusters, and we're going to use those in our little journal that we're working on. And yeah, I'll back this, but let me show you how one might look on a page. Let's see. Just like this one. You could put it in the corner. You can even make these into hidden paper clips too. It's another thing that you can use them for. And this has a pocket. This is a music paper. You can put that at the bottom. Or here's our tag. Here's that one we just made. That would look cool at the bottom of a pocket, or even on the corner of a pocket. I mean, there's just so many different things. It's like if you have an envelope page, you could put something on the flap like that. That's the purple, like that would look great. You could even use it as the flap, or glue it halfway down and have this tucked underneath. That would look cool. So there's so many things you can do with these. You can even use them as tabs, like on your pages. You know, have that as a tab sticking out a little bit, and it would grab a hold of this. There's just infinite amounts of things we can do. So that's what we're going to keep doing. And I'm going to probably off camera make some pockets. I'll fix this little bag so it's not ripped. I'll do something, washi tape or something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll put corners on it and come up with a cute front for it. And then we'll start filling it. So yeah, that is our video for today. And I hope you learned something. I hope you got something from it. And until my next video, I sure do love you bunches. See y'all later. Bye.